is it you always catch me when I'm eating fucking dinner?
You're listening to Jay on the Wolf. This is a live talk show with lots of podcasts. Here's our show right here with our host. This is Jay on the Wolf. Hey guys, welcome. Let's welcome also Lenny, Mr. Lenny Sackos, Mr. Pliers. I like the name.
There's a story that goes with that.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. I mean, honestly, we do. We got to talk about that. We definitely got to talk about that. All right. So, let's talk about our beginning stages, my friend. Let's talk about it. Let me get some stuff going on here so we can put this in the Tompkins County community page because I want people to see this. So we're going to share this.
This morning centered around the ongoing government shutdown.
All right, let's share this in the page. We're going to share it in a group because it's in a group. So we're going to do public safety, scanner beats.
He actually thinks that it has been more negative for Republicans and not as bad.
And then also, I don't know. There we go.
All right. Was quite clear inside the room.
All right, let's.
Filibuster, which a lot of those Republicans inside the state dining room today do not agree with. And so
volume in the background is good, right?
Yeah. Volume. I can hear the TV though.
All right, I got the new one.
Yeah, I can hear the TV clear as day.
All right, let me... Good.
Right. Oh yeah, that's much better.
All right.
Awesome. All right. Let me see here. Okay, perfect. It's reloading now. That's awesome. Okay, so far we got 2 viewers. Great. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you guys are saying hi. A lot of you guys have been following our podcast show for quite some time now. I'm going to fix my camera because this is a little awkward that it's looking like that. I apologize. Oh, God, I pushed the button. That's terrible, guys. I'm so sorry. Lenny is going to laugh at me. I already know. All right, that's much better. All right, so let's check this out, Lenny. All right, so let's talk about the pollings for today. Come on, man. How's the pollings looking right now? You're the guy that knows the in and outs on the polls and what the local city and town, state government looks like. What do we got?
I haven't actually checked anything local. I've been following national polling, and because I think that's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Communist Mandami, whatever the fuck his name is,
Okay.
in New York City won. That's going to be a fucking shit show. Florida and Texas have basically already said, "Don't fucking come here. We don't want you."
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's that's what's been dominating the news cycle. On a positive note, that Somali fucking terrorist one that was running for mayor of in Minnesota ended up losing his race. So, there's a little bit of sunshine.
Yeah.
But Mikey Sherrill in New Jersey, governor,
Yeah. And do you think, I mean, do you see things as of right now? Do you think we're going to see any improvements with what's going on through the next few weeks? Do you think there could be some better changes? Do you think it's going to get worse? I mean, where are you seeing things?
I don't think anything is going to directly affect most people unless you live in, New York City or New Jersey. That's where you're going to see direct effect. But Mandami doesn't get sworn in till January 1st, I believe it is.
Okay.
As well as New York or New Jersey governor. I think all of the swearing-ins are with the new year. So, I mean, I don't think that we're going to see much change. Upstate New York, we might get some people trying to move out this way,
Mhm.
the bigger cities, Elmira, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, just trying to get the hell out of New York City. Those people. I do think that you're going to see the possibility of a lot of businesses trying to relocate, which could be good.
Yeah. No, that would be really helpful if we could get, local businesses to, relocate back. Because I mean, come on, think about it. Tompkins County is dying out right now. I mean, we're at a point right now where if you look at the county and you look at some of the businesses, I mean, you got, a lot of the issue is that we're seeing businesses that they're kind of like not. I don't know. It's like they're not able to stay here because the cost of what it would be to keep them here is so high. I mean, look at our rental prices. I mean, our rental prices are through the roof. We're constantly fighting about, the cost of living here. I mean, how many more people, are going to want to stay? And it's such a high cost environment. I mean, everybody knows it's a very expensive place.
Yeah, no, it's fucking insane.
I mean, how do they expect anybody to make a living if they keep doing it? It's just it's absolutely atrocious. And it's sad because there's so many people who are looking at two different things. They're like, okay, how much how much is it going to cost for rent? How much is it going to cost for utilities? How much is it going to cost to do all this other stuff? But nobody ever talks about how we can make those changes happen. I mean, when are we going to see those changes?
Yeah. So I'm looking at some of our local races. Let's see. So we got Common Council First Ward, which our friend Zach was running for office against Jorge DiFendini. Vote counts there are 88.7 for Jorge, 9.51 for Zach, which amounted to 942 votes and 101 votes.
So he didn't get it.
No, God, no.
Oh, God.
It's no surprise.
I mean, hey, look at it this way, okay? I mean,
that he's ran for an elected office. That's about within a couple of months, that's what he's been hovering at.
If you want to make the presentation, and you and I both have said this before, you want to make a presentation to be able to go out and run for an office position, you have to get your name out there. You have to have a well-known name, but it's not even that. You got to go knocking on doors. You got to be able to say, hey, look, this is my situation. This is what I'm looking to do. These are the changes I'm going to make. And you really got to kind of have a game plan.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you, man. At this point in time, I do not think that it is even possible for a Republican to win a seat anywhere within the city limits.
And do you think honestly that is because of how much Democratic poll that is here? Or do you think
it's how much fucking stupidity is in this town? To be honest with you.
I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, I got to look at two different things here. One, we have a serious situation where, our city is overrun by homeless and college kids.
Yeah.
All these college kids and their parents are paying, millions of dollars to, supply them with an education to be here. Why can't Cornell offer to help support, our city and our local governments? I mean, come on. It's not just the college here that should be supported. It should be the locals and the locals itself. We're talking about a profit. Do you remember what the actual number was for when Cornell, a rough idea of how much they get per year?
I don't remember what the city budget was last year, what the agreement was, or whatever. But I know I distinctly remember that the city was basically getting peanuts. Cornell was basically telling the city, "Fuck you, you're going to get what we give you, and like it."
Yeah, and see that shouldn't be. The city needs to put some kind of input and say, look, we're going to give you this so much amount to say this is how much we need in order to complete what we need on our end as part of the city here.
Yeah,
I feel like we don't have like there nobody's got balls to stand up and say, look, we need to be able to have such and such amount.
it's in my opinion, I mean, I'm a lot older than the people in our audience and whatever, but my opinion of it is that there's no there's not much common sense in the voting demographic in our community. They haven't been exposed to much of anything. We have a veteran population here, but it's not near what even if you go to Elmira or Broome County, that's where your main veteran population is. Those are the people that have morals, that have steadfast in their beliefs, and they've seen shit. You know what I mean? So they know these kids here in Ithaca, man, that are you got basically two populations here in Ithaca. You got the hippies that did so much fucking drugs that they're still today living in the fucking 60s, and you got the no offense to anybody watching, but you got your 18 to say 25, 30-year olds that most of them are still living in their mom's basement.
That's a fact.
Outside of that demographic, dude, there's no life experience.
Yeah.
They haven't dealt with anything life has to throw at them.
It's funny that you say that because you got to look at two things. One, a lot of these people that are within Tompkins County, a big portion of them, and if they are Democratic, they don't understand what they're choosing is a bad choice. You are supporting people to not want to work. You are supporting people to not want to go out, get an employment job, to go do something, to give themselves some kind of, push to say, you can fucking work, go work. Like this is not the way you should handle it.
Yeah.
And I think that what Trump is doing and him standing his ground saying we're not backing down, we're not giving you Democrats what you want, kick, whine, cry, whatever it is that you got to do, but you're not getting what you want out of this. I don't care how pissed off you get. I don't care how angry you are. Yeah. What our goal is to get people to go back to work and have a living. Our taxpayers' money is being spent on these people who want to be lazy. It's not going to happen.
And that's why it surprised me, a couple of days ago or a week ago when Trump all of a sudden made this push to get rid of the filibuster. That is a bad fucking decision to make.
Now, explain what that is, because maybe some people don't understand what that is.
So the filibuster in the Senate, the filibuster is the rule that mandates that you have to pass a 60 vote threshold to pass legislation out of the Senate chamber. Normally, with other stuff, it's a majority vote. 50 plus the vice president, which is where we stand right now. So if you have 51 votes in favor of and 49 against, being that the House is consistent of 100 people, the bill passes. With a filibuster, you have to have that 60 vote instead of 50. So it forces the Democrats when they're in the minority to vote with the majority party to pass anything, and vice versa. So it works both ways, and that's what the hang up is right now with the shutdown. Is we have all Republicans voting to pass the clean CR, and we don't have that vote from the Democrats to make up that 10 uh, deficit to pass it. And they're holding out. And these votes yesterday are just giving them more, they're reinforcing them holding out on it even more because they feel like they've got some kind of mandate when honestly the elections yesterday don't mean shit.
Yeah, and I know there was a lot of frustration. I was going back and watching a video of two Republicans and two Democrats hashing it out, and completely complaining to each other about one's doing one thing, one's doing the other thing, and there's no agreement. Oh my God, it's a mountain lion! Holy Christ, that thing's huge.
That's one of them.
And so when you sit there and you have this conversation, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, we're supposed to be we're supposed to be a united country, and we're supposed to be able to work together within our government parties, and it's absolutely disgusting to see the outcome of what's really going on.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they expect to work things out if they keep
the other cat?
Yeah, no, you need to stop feeding your cat steroids because that's really bad. they're turning into mountain lions. They're not cats, man. They're mountain lions. I mean, look at that thing. It's got to be a 15-pound cat all day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, listen, you're feeding your cats too much, man. Those poor things are they're going to be screaming at the end of the week saying we ate too much.
Hi, Bubba.
Sorry, I'm fixing my mic, guys.
My pretty boy.
So, I mean, you got to really say to yourself, are these decisions that we're making? I mean, do you think Republicans at this point, I mean, realistically, do you think a lot of the Republicans are not speaking up and voting like they should? Do you think there's a lot of controversy on that?
I think a lot of it behind closed doors. Not put out in the public space. Yeah, so it's hard to tell who's doing what, who's saying what. Because when they come out and speak at the fucking podium, the Democrats are saying, "Oh, he's a Nazi. Oh, he's a communist. Oh, he's a this, that, the other." And the Republicans are doing the same fucking bullshit, man. They're coming out and and instead of owning part of this shutdown, because it is kind of part their fault too, but instead of saying that, they're coming out and saying, "Oh, this is all the Democrats," blah blah blah, and both sides are just back and forth, man. That ain't the way the government should work. My opinion. Trump has this UFC event coming next year to the White House. Leave that fucking cage out there in the front in the courtyard there, and any disagreements that are happening in the House or the Senate, send them out there and fucking figure it out. Punch each other in the face a couple of times.
Right.
It'll
I'm not disagreeing with you by any means about that. I think that I honestly see this whole thing just it's going to lead to another. I think it's going to lead to another civil war. I mean,
hey,
I'm not going to lie,
bro. You've been to my house, man. Fucking let's go.
I mean, listen, if they're gonna, if there is going to be a controversial problem between the House parties and nobody's going to sit there and stick up and say something, that's a problem. That's an absolute number one issue. There should be no reason for anybody to feel like they can't, and especially to the public, to the people. If you feel like you can't speak up because you're afraid of what you might say and somebody might take it wrong, or the public having a public view or opinion is concerning.
It's been a thing, man. It's been a thing. A lot of these congressmen are coming right out in the media, or putting op-eds in newspapers and shit, and they're basically saying, I don't want to be named because I'm getting death threats and I'm getting this and I'm getting that. And I mean, honestly, bro, you can't blame them. I mean,
no, I'm not saying that they should.
They're not all built like that. 90% of them are fucking pussies to the core. They haven't done shit with their life other than, pretend to fucking play lawmaker. They haven't,
right.
They haven't done anything to make their life worthwhile. You know what I'm saying?
And see, it's more frustrating for me and for a lot of people, even if they're Republican or maybe they're just an independent conservative. I mean, I hate to say it, but even if you're an independent conservative and you don't like one party over the other, or maybe you don't like both of them because of the way they're acting. I mean, I can't really say that I blame you. I can't say that I blame you for feeling the way that you do in this, but I think that you need to still have that opinion and make an appropriate decision on which party may be favored more than your other one. And say, look, I may not always agree with the Republican Party, or I may not always agree with, the Democrats. But if I'm going to be an independent conservative, I need to look at the pros and cons of some of these things and say, okay, who has got the better, the more logical reason, the ones with the better morals, the ones that are actually going to hold up their promises, the ones that are actually going to do what they say they're going to do and do it and show action. Those are things that most people are still looking for, and they're still asking for that. And they're not receiving it because Democrats are holding that. They're holding down and saying, screw you, I'm not doing it.
And this is how I look at it, bro. So 2016 to 2020, Trump, first term, didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, relied on people that he shouldn't have relied on to try to show him how to do things. And they completely fucked him over for those 4 years. They completely fucked him over. Joe Biden had to win president in order for America to start to wake up, to realize that as bad as they might think that President Trump was in the first, it can be much worse. Okay. Now that he's back for a second term and he knows how to play the game and how far he could push things and everything like that. He's not relying on people like he was term. I don't blame him, not 1 minute, for going through there and using the Department of Justice for old vendettas and throw people in jail and whatever. Fuck yeah, I would do the same goddamn thing. You treated me like this for years, goddamn right I'm coming. I don't blame him for a minute. Now, speaking on that, I think the same thing has to happen in New York City. They've had it good. They may not feel like they had it good, with Adams and Cuomo or, whoever was mayor over the last 20 years or whatever. Okay. But they needed to have a Joe Biden moment in New York City. And Mandami is New York City's Joe Biden.
You know what? I can't disagree with you more on that. I mean, I think this is just.
So now the
I think
next
this is just. I think this is just one of those things where
fucking
you
tails
have to see where it's going to
and
go.
they're gonna
I
have to
mean,
figure it out.
honestly. So, all right, folks. So, some of you that have been watching, and some of you that have actually been on here and keeping track of everything and seeing what you're, seeing what's going on and hearing what Lenny has to say. I want to know. I want to know what your opinion is. I want you to go ahead, take the time, go down, comment in our boxes. Guys, this is for you to open up. Put your comments in here. Guys, it will be on the screen. It will be on here for everybody to see. Yes, you'll be able to sit here and speak your words and say what you have to say. I mean, realistically, I think you guys should have that ability. I don't think that anybody should have to feel that they can't speak up and truthfully say what they have to feel and be judged. I think you should be able to honestly say what you want and get it out. So anybody that's on here, please feel free. Please make sure that you are jumping in to these conversations. We want your conversations. So please make sure you are live with us and make sure that you guys are being able to help because we want to do this for you guys. Lenny, I have a absolutely amazing discussion for you, my friend.
Yay.
Yay. Yes. And I think it'll be interesting. What's interesting? Oh, that's it. Okay. Huh. All right. So, Lenny, this is going to be an interesting gig for you to get your nose into. So, let me put on a little Jamo Spiso. All right. Let's put on some Jamo Spiso here in a minute. We'll get some music playing, and then I'm going to do this because I think this is going to help us with our fun event here. Can you hear that okay, Lenny?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. News of the hour. That's right. We're talking about news. News that everybody likes to hear. Come on, man. Lenny, you know you love talking about the Asteria building. Let's make it news. Let's make it news.
Fight.
Yeah. Ready. I will tell you clearly, we had the most interesting news of the week. I have never in my entire life have ever, not once, ever, had somebody ever pull a knife out on me in a parking garage. And it was a Vecino employee.
This is what you were telling me yesterday, right?
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Get it out there, brother. Get it out there.
Oh, come on, man. You know I'm gonna. A Vecino employee decided to get pissed off because I called him out. And this is the truth. They literally went in, broke out, like they broke their keys out and said, I'm just gonna go into the apartment. He literally walked into my apartment without my knowledge of a 24-hour notice, just walks in and makes himself entry into my apartment. And my camera goes off. It's like 11:24 in the afternoon yesterday, and I in the morning, and I look at it. I'm like, huh. My cameras never go off. They never do. There's no reason that they should be going off at 11:24. So I went back and I was looking at the cameras and I was like, huh. I can't access them right at the moment, but I can see the first initial view of somebody being right there in the doorway and opening my door. And I'm like, that's That's weird. And it just kept on the circle thing and the circle thing. And I'm just like, somebody unplugged my Wi-Fi box. And I knew it. I knew it right then and there that my Wi-Fi box was disconnected. So I sat there and I thought about it. So I called and I talked to IPD and here in Ithaca, and I said, hey, somebody's in my apartment that shouldn't be there. Nobody should be in my apartment, period. And I said, my apartment is the only person that should have access to my apartment is me, the management office, and maintenance. That's it. So that's when I ended up reaching out to talk to the officer who was there. And I talked to him and I said, look, I said, I know somebody was in my apartment. I said, I could see the initial part of the video. I said, once I did that, that was it. So I went down to the office. I had a conversation with them and I said, look, I said, you guys have entered into my apartment on multiple occasions without giving me a 24-hour notice, even if it's a maintenance issue. You still need to give me a 24-hour notice that you're going to enter into the apartment, that you're going to go in and do all this. And I said, I don't appreciate it. It's really disappointing and disrespectful. That's my privacy and my sanctuary. Please do not go in there.
And above and beyond that, it's illegal.
Oh, by far, 100% illegal. So as I'm doing this, I had told her to please stop letting this happen. Like, you have to, somebody has to communicate with me. And the response from the assistant building manager or the assistant manager, she ended up having a conversation with me and saying, she's like, well, he told me that he did message you and did contact you. No, Will does not have my number. Will has never once contacted me. There's been no contact, zero. So I was like, okay, well, I was like, that's the first problem. Then here comes Will walking in. Now, keep in mind, my cousin Brandon is with me, and we're literally sitting there together, like we're just sitting there. And he's talking to me, and he's sitting there trying to talk with me. And he's like, man, he's like, you're not wrong. And then all of a sudden, here comes the maintenance tech who walked into my apartment. He comes walking in. What's the problem? I said, I'm going to make this very clear. Stay the fuck out of my goddamn apartment. You don't belong there. You have no legal right to even be in my apartment unless you give me a 24-hour notice. There's no reason for you to be in my apartment at all. And even if you are doing a maintenance request, you have to still give me 24 hours ahead of time to plan it. If you know that they're coming to work on a furnace, you need to give them, you need to say, hey, look, I need to give the tenant 24 hours notice before I let you into the apartment. Absolutely no notice, zero notice of it. So he said, well, if there's an emergency, I am allowed to go in there, blah, blah, blah. I said, you know what? That's understandable. But you weren't in there for an emergency. You weren't in there. I said, first of all, I said, don't you ever go back into my apartment. Don't go in there again, because if I catch you in there again, I'm going to have you go to jail, because I'm not playing this game. You're illegally going into my apartment, which is not okay. So at that point, he started flipping out on me, completely unprofessional, cussing and screaming at me, calling me a pussy, calling me this and that, a fake cop, this, blah, 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 all kinds of shit. Completely, absolutely ridiculous. I turned around, had a conversation with him, and I said, you know what? I was like, what are you going to do? You can't do shit. You work for a company. You are a liability. There's already so many problems and comments and reports and complaints against you in this lawsuit. You can't do shit. So I said, you know what? As of this moment, I was like, shut the fuck up. And I'm not going to obviously say the rest, because that you and I both have to go there to that. Yeah. But I walked out the door, and he turned, as I turned around, got to the door and was walking out, he turns around and he sits there and he tries to corner me in the vestibule. And my cousin Brandon was like, yo, chill the F out, quit your bullshit. Like, this is not how you handle yourself. You're working for a company. Like, be more professional. Like, have some fucking common sense here.
He should have been fired on the fucking spot.
But this is the thing. So at that point, it gets even better. So I'm sitting there and I'm having this conversation, and like, he's trying to like get in my face, and he's sitting there and he's like, getting closer, like shoving my cousin out of the way. And I looked at him and I said, bro, you don't want my beef. He's like, he's just like, oh, he's like, you know what? He said, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He's like, I'll beat the fuck out of you. I'm like, so that's when he tried to get close to me, and I fucking shoved him back. And that was the first time. And then the second time, he tried to get at me again. So I just grabbed his shirt, threw him down the stairs. He fell up against somebody, tried to come at me. And I was like, bro, I'm telling you, you don't want no beef. I'm 292 pounds. I got weighed the other day at the hospital. 292 is what I weigh right now. I'm a big boy. You don't fuck with somebody that's almost 300 pounds. I'm sorry, but you just don't do it. So he kept on going at it. And then one of my friends who lives here, he's a good dude. Great chef. The guy is freaking fantastic. I love the dude. He's super smart, super freaking smart. He comes in and he's looking at me. He's like, Jesus, Jared, what? He didn't even say it to me. I knew what he was thinking. He's like, Jesus, Jared, what are you getting yourself into now? So he literally grabs Will and like forces him out the door to the parking garage and like tells him, chill the fuck out, dude. Like, you need to pull yourself together. So at that point, I ended up having a full-on conversation with him. And I told him, I was like, you need to get a hold of yourself. That's not professional. It's stupid unprofessional of you to be like this. And I said, don't you ever talk to me like you're going to try to take me out, because that ain't going to happen. He turns around, walks out around this dude, and literally pulls from his pocket a fucking pocket knife, like 4 inches long. 4 inches long, closed up. So you're talking, if you had that blade completely open, it's still a 4-inch blade in length. But he pulls it out, whips it open, and then like makes the attempt to come towards me, like lunging towards me in a walking manner. And I'm like, are you serious? So I get in the car as quick as I can, close the door. I roll up my window so there's at least 3-4 inches in the window. And I'm like, you are fucking stupid. Like, you're jeopardizing your job because you think that you're right. No, you were in my apartment. You were caught red-handed. You know it. You're in the wrong for this. 100%. I mean, Lenny, how would you feel if somebody walked into your house? What would you do? Please tell me. I mean, let's tell America, for God's sake.
I'd be calling 811 to find out where the power lines are before I start digging.
You know, it's funny, man. I mean, come on.
You know I'm not lying, bro.
I mean, you just don't walk into somebody's apartment when they're not home. You got to give them notice. Like, there's laws that protect us as tenants. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's nah. People, I really feel like people have forgotten what being punched in the face feels like. It's the old saying, man, don't write a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash.
Exactly.
And people have seriously forgotten about that.
Well, and you know what? I got to tell you that some of the stuff that people are doing today is just absolutely crazy. I mean, look at it this way. I mean, there's a handful of people in this city. I mean, dude, we just had a guy. We just talked about it on our show. I mean, we'll recap on this. We just had a guy the other day on the corner of State Street and South Plain get shot.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, do you really think for 1 second that I'm going to let somebody like them turn around and try to, try to pull a knife on me? Do
Not
they
happening.
forget who I am? Do they forget that I worked at a detention center on a federal level? Come on, man. Let's have a conversation about this. I did not go through all of the proper training to let somebody do this to me. I'm sorry. I don't care what the situation is. You're not going to win something over me.
I think that's an appropriate background, eh?
I think that's the best background you could ever get, my friend. Have the American flag, brother. But it's upside down, though. Why is it upside down?
You know what an upside down American flag signifies?
Okay, tell me what it is.
Country is in distress.
You know what? And that might be a fucking fact. It is. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to put this on here. Because I'm trying to also see the video so I can see it from here because my computer is not allowing me to see.
Gotcha.
It's not letting me see what I should be seeing, and I've been trying to go back on and see where it's at. So give me a second here. And it's weird because, like, you know, I'm trying to get people to understand, like, you know, you can't continue to keep letting this nonsense happen.
Yeah.
And you know, it's also very frustrating because, you know, I sit here and see so much crap, so much violence, so much hate, so much petty shit going on. It's unreal, man. I mean, I now I can see why, you know, many Americans are so concerned about what's going on in this world.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's exactly what it is, man. Yeah, I'm going to try a different background here.
Yeah.
Play around a little bit.
I'm trying to get this pulled up. So,
No, you're good,
man. Because the way that this is set up, I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And you know, the other thing too is, like, you know, I'm watching so much. Now, if this plays in the background, please don't mind me for a second. I'm trying to get it to not play. I'm gonna do this one. Perfect. Okay, so I got it on there now. You know, my biggest thing that I have a problem with is that I still want to play that. What are you doing? My biggest I'm dropping my phone now. My biggest problem is that, you know, we're constantly dealing with the nonsense. I don't know why this is playing. I don't want it connected from. Oh, I still connect my phone. That's why. But you know, we're dealing with the nonsense of a continuance of violence, violent acts, disorderly conducts, the consistency of the same bullshit that keeps going on over and over again with people. And, you know, it's really frustrating to see how many people are actually saying, hey, what in the hell is the problem here? Why is there nothing being done?
Yeah.
It's because we have that bail reform still in place. We have to get the bail reform out of there and get it dropped. We need to, when we go to drop the bail reform, that is going to change an entire situation where we can start holding accountability for their crimes. We can start holding people accountable for some of the stuff that they do. But until that's done, how are we supposed to do that? I mean, that's just being honest.
I agree, and I don't know what the solution is. I honestly do not know. Um, I wish I did. Uh, I don't see where people have come around enough to make anything happen, to change anything.
And that was the ding for the exact answer I was looking for. I think honestly, we need to start being able to protect ourselves. We need to go back to what we used to do, protecting ourselves and being able to have the ability to start carrying. The gun laws need to go and be reduced. I'm sorry, but the gun laws need to go back to being reduced to what we used to have. People could carry, people could, go and protect themselves, because you know what? The crime rate, that would fucking change dramatically. It would, more criminals would be, more criminals would be, there'd be less criminals committing crimes. And the people that want to live and actually fight themselves. What's that?
Why don't we just have a national purge day? 24 hours of complete lawlessness. Let's see who comes out on the winning end of that.
I want to know. I mean, honestly, I want to know what people's thoughts are, because honestly, that would be fucking, I think that would be interesting. I mean, our fucking country is a shit show as it is now, because people are fighting over, power and will. No, it's supposed to be a fighting about, us keeping our house, our houses, in check. Why are we not focusing on that? Why is it always got to be fucking fighting over who wants power?
Well, and that's the whole thing. If people want to fight, if they want to have all of these, words, and they think that they're so badass, let them fucking show it. Let's have a day.
They should just, they really should just, this has got to go back to what it used to be. I mean, back in the old days and Western times, people would literally defend themselves. They carried rifles, they carried pistols, they carried ammunition, they carried all their stuff that they needed to have, from food, water. They were traveling across country. They did everything.
Here's one for you, Jared.
It looks like he's trying to rub your neck. Oh, there you go. Oh, there's it. That is a great background. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. That is definitely. Listen, America, it's our Second Amendment right. If you don't like it, kiss our ass.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And honestly, it's a fucking shit show. That's what I don't understand. So many people don't realize how valuable our rights are. A lot of people don't realize how important it is to be able to have all these great settings in their life. I mean, come on. I mean, I want to walk around and have a great time. I want to be able to go out and feel safe. Lenny, I don't even feel safe living in my apartment. I'm sitting here.
I wouldn't either, man. I worked there. I wouldn't either.
You and I talked about this yesterday.
Yep.
You already know that I'm protected now. Yep. Thanks to you. I'm protected. I've got what I need to keep myself safe, because it's pretty sad that a Vecino worker had the gall to threaten me multiple times and pull out a knife. Come on.
So when that shit went down, were the management around, or where were they at?
The building manager wasn't. She's barely ever here. She's barely
So,
ever here. And the only person that was here was the assistant manager, and she was in the office.
yeah. So
And
you didn't have any conversation with anybody yet then?
management is not going to say one word because after today,
Yeah, but at least you can have it documented that you brought it to them.
oh no, they were all there. I'm like the building manager was there. TC, the one female, I can't
Yeah,
remember her name.
caused
She
us
was,
all problem.
like it's all the people. It's all the people that are working,
Yeah,
saying that they're trying to make differences in this building, even though they are the problem to
Yeah.
this building. They are literally the problem to why the building is in its worst ever condition. You know, you know what I really thought about, and I want to be honest with you. I've even thought about honestly saying this. I'm at the point where I am ready to just pack my stuff, put it into storage, and sleep out of my car, take a shower at the freaking gym, and just do what I got to do and save up the money I got to save till I can get an apartment.
yeah.
Because this is unreal.
What about living with the wifey?
She ain't gonna. She got her new love stick that she has. I mean, I'm sorry, cousin.
Yeah, yeah. The Bob, battery operated boyfriend.
I'm sorry.
Bob's
I can't put myself in another predicament like that. I would rather sleep in my car and save the money, go out, find a new place to actually move into, than stay. I can't stand it here. These people are absolutely freaking nuts. And this place, like the management, is out of control. 100% out of control. I mean, come on, the building manager is not even here, and her job is to be here from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday. And she's
better
not.
days, man. Better days. We just gotta stay the course and keep the pressure on.
Dude, we're gonna just keep pressing these son of a bitches. And even like I talked to the lawyer's like, listen, document.
Yeah.
Crank up on them. I'm telling you. They're not gonna like you, they're gonna hate you, they're gonna feel some type of way about you. Screw them.
Listen, man, that body camera, you should keep that motherfucker charged. Keep it in your pocket. Turn the bitch on when you're going into a situation where you need to, it's what I would do.
Oh, absolutely.
I would do.
Absolutely. I mean, you kind of have to at this point. I mean, a lot of these people, they just don't care. They're literally going to do whatever the hell they want. And that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I don't care. They can do whatever the hell they want. They can keep putting, trying to make people feel uncomfortable, whatever it is that they got to do. It's just not going to work for me. I don't care. We're going to have to, come to a point where things are they're going to have to change. They're going to have to change. All right, guys, we are going to take a quick break. We'll come back here in about 3 minutes, and we are going to start on a new development of stories. And Lenny, I'm going to let you take the stroll on this one, and I'm going to let you come up with the next segment for tonight's news, and whether it's local or national. How's that sound?
Boy.
Oh, yeah, I know you're looking forward to it, aren't you?
I'm getting that feeling going. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, it's like getting a little tickle behind your back. Like, ooh, get it. All right, we're going to be right back after these few moments. Please stay tuned as we will continue to work with you guys back and forth on our progress with this show. I want you guys to be aware that we are going to do everything we can to make this show your favorite. It's the best news you're going to find out here. Look, we're not going to give you any bullshit. We're not going to tell you what you don't want to hear. We're going to tell you what you actually want to hear and what the truth really is. And if you've got something that you want to put some heat on and you want to say a few words, by all means, we'll send you an invite for the video. We'll let you come in, say a couple words, get an argument on this. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. We'll invite you. Trust me. I think Lenny and I can handle a little bit of an argument heat more than you think.
And honestly, I would love to have somebody in here that shares different views other than what I have.
And you know what? I think even for me, I don't want my own opinion on here either. I want the Americans that are listening in, the people that are listening live. I want the people of New York to speak up. I want you to come in here and be like, I'm going to say what I want to say, and you can piss off. Guys, this is what I want. This is what I want to see you guys do. This is what I'd like you to do, but it's whether you are willing to do it. So I want you guys to be able to come back. We're going to take a few minutes. Lenny, we're going to come back. You're going to take over in a minute. I'm going to let you do the show. And we're going to let you join into getting some of the local news in. And what is your thought on the first headline? What do you got?
What, first headline? What? I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I want to talk about.
Well, let's start with your wife's broken foot.
Oh Lordy. Oh Lordy. She's doing better. She's mobile now.
That's good. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. All right, guys, we'll be right back after these few moments. Please stay tuned with us while we continue to keep talking about your local news here, and we will see you soon.
What the hell? Official Democratic
righty. Way back. That is right. All right. So we are doing very well so far with our show and our amazing moment of today's finest news. News that you will not get anywhere else other than with us. We are going to give you the open door of availability to be able to pursue and say what you wish to say without being judged, without being put against on that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and lead Mr. Lenny to go ahead and let's take it to another level. Let's talk about it. What's our next goal there, my friend?
Yeah, so I just sent you a link in the private chat.
Right, let's take a
Just
look.
going through my Facebook feed, and I see that at around 8 o'clock, or
Okay,
maybe a little bit earlier, in the Bronx, Pix 11 is reporting that multiple firefighters were sent to the hospital after a car reportedly exploded in the Bronx. There's a video of it on their webpage. It also says, let's see.
I don't see the link. Did you click the share button on here? I'm not seeing it.
I put it in the private chat.
Private chat, which I do not. Oh wait, private chat. Okay, hold on.
There it goes in regular comment section too.
Okay.
Says video on Citizen showed a ball of flame glowing in the distance and smoke blowing from the area while multiple fire engines were on the scene. An additional video showed a large amount of trash burned next to a charred vehicle after the fire was put out. They're not giving any reason. The first calls came in at 7:06 p.m. and the location of it was 955th Westchester Ave between Intervale and Kelly Street.
So
That's in the Bronx.
And they're still not giving any reason. They're not saying what caused it.
Nah, no, they're not saying shit. Other than, the fact that car exploded, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I know cars catch on fire, but I didn't know that they.
Was it one of those electric ones though? Did they say if it was an electric vehicle?
It didn't. In the video, the little short clip that I watched, it didn't look like it was. Looked like it might be an older model, something or another.
And it just randomly exploded. Like there was no explanation of what would have caused it to do that at all.
They're not saying.
Seems suspicious to me on my concerns about that, but I think we all know where we stand on that. Come on. It just seems suspicious right off the bat that a car, a car just randomly just explodes out of the middle of nowhere and nobody has an explanation of why or what.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, it just seems suspicious. You don't just have a car explode out of the middle of nowhere and then and no response, no answer, no nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
See, it just seems a little messed up.
For you guys that are expecting any packages or whatever, they might be a little bit delayed.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. What we got?
UPS yesterday, UPS cargo plane in Louisville, Kentucky. Went into a ball of fire. I guess from what the FTC is saying, in the process of taking off, one of the engines fell off the wing, literally broke apart and fell off the wing, and like they have a half a mile debris field.
Oh,
12 people so far, 12 people dead, and multiple package casualties.
Huh. Oh man, this is not funny by any means, but this is just something that I cannot believe is actually happening. Another airplane down.
Yeah. Yep.
Any,
And our
anybody feel like flying? Not me.
boy just got back from a vacation flight. Thank God he made it back. Him and his mom made it back in one piece, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick. I think I'm gonna stick to not flying. That's just me, honestly.
Yep, no. I ain't
I mean,
doing
come
it.
on, Lenny, you don't want to go flying? You don't want to get on a plane and go zoom around the world?
Nope, fuck that shit. Been on one well, outside the military, I've been on one plane in my life and won't do it again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've gotten so many thoughts on this, honestly.
Flying is not my fucking thing.
Listen, I don't think it's much of anybody's. I mean, I'm just being honest. I just don't think that there's a lot out there for for anyone that wants to.
Yeah. Oh, you heard Gavin Newsom. What did he say? He said during an interview yesterday, I believe it was, after the results came in, that if Mandami wants to relocate the Statue of Liberty, that Florida will put it in one of its homes.
Are they seriously talking about the moving that? Are you serious?
I think it was just a gut punch, you know, because of what the Statue of Liberty stands for. But I mean,
Do they really think for 1 second that the American people are going to agree to that?
oh no,
That's been its home since what, the fucking 1920s?
yeah, no, 18 something, mid
Or
18, late 1800s.
yeah, I mean, still, come on, they're not going to let that happen. I mean,
Yeah, no,
that'd be the dumbest shit they ever did.
nah, it'll never happen. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm making a big mistake. All right, so here's one that I think you should hear.
Has forgotten what happened on 9/11. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty screwed up situation. All right, so here I'm going to read this. This was from the New York Times. FFA warns of air traffic cuts Friday if government shutdown continues. Any thoughts on that, Mr. Lenny?
Well, the FAA cutting the workforce?
FFA warns that of air traffic cuts cuts Friday if the government continues its shutdowns. I mean, they're talking about cutting more,
Yeah.
air traffic control. Come on, man. I mean, we got enough problems. Why are we adding more?
I've seen reports earlier today that they were saying that they were going to cut 40% of domestic flights because they just don't, they they don't feel it's safe enough in the air with the amount of air traffic controllers that they have. So they're going to ground some of the flights just to make sure that everything is safe. Which I completely agree. I mean, domestic flights, absolutely. Fucking drive if you want to go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure.
Uh, you know, international flights, focus on them, keeping them going.
Mhm.
Domestic flights, if people need to get somewhere bad enough, they'll drive.
Yeah, I definitely could say that there's some questions on different things, and that's one thing you should not cut back on. You cut back on, you make cuts on that for air traffic. There's gonna be a lot of pissed off people.
Yeah, you got to talk about this one. I'm going to send this to you in Messenger. Holy
Yeah.
shit! I just
So-
came across.
Wait, no, go ahead, talk about it. Go ahead, tell me. You're already started on. You might as well just tell me what you got.
5 minutes ago, Fox News reported, says the headline is Grave Error. And the story is a software malfunction at Maine Health triggered hundreds of false death notices. The hospital network says no patients were harmed and records remain intact, but affected people got a chilling surprise in the mail.
What
Healthcare
the-
system apologizes after over 500 living patients told they were dead via mail.
Oh, jeez. Ooh.
Something
Ooh.
like that. And why can't it
Oh.
happen to me? I
This
would.
is why I love this. This is why I love doing these news reports. This is why I enjoy doing this stuff. You ready for the news of the day? I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yes.
but this is totally news of the day.
Yes.
New York State police cruiser was stolen and found nearly 100 miles away. A New York
Yeah, I
State
saw-
police cruiser was stolen in upstate New York on Wednesday. Hold on. Let me go back. Where'd it go? Oh, there we go.
And it was a fully decked out cruiser. Like everything.
Yeah, everything.
It was in the shop for repair. And the guy just woke up. He was like, we have a problem, Houston. The cruiser's gone.
Yeah, so the vehicle was reported stolen from an Oneonta repair shop that was burglarized overnight, and a patrol car undergoing service at the location was taken from the premises. The vehicle was found later Wednesday morning, nearly 100 miles away in Rensselaer County, police said. Rensselaer County is literally
That's way the fuck out there.
Schenectady and Troy area.
Yeah, it's way
How
the
the-
fuck out.
Oh my God. How the fuck did somebody steal a fucking cop car, drive it all the way to fucking Rensselaer County, and get away with it? Wouldn't they have noticed? I mean, realistically, wouldn't they have noticed if the vehicle was being used by a police officer? Wouldn't they have noticed if it was being used as a, some kind of, like, don't they track with GPS on those?
They do, and that's what I was just gonna say. Every single cruiser has live active GPS tracking in it.
So how did they fucking miss on that?
Comm center on a big ass TV screen. Every
How the
first
fuck
responder-
would they miss that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, did they, like, it doesn't say anything, but did they actually say if there was any update on who might have stolen it?
Yeah, they so what I heard is that when they found the car, there was somebody inside of it and they took him into custody. They didn't release any name or nothing. But they did get some custody for it.
Okay, so they did get somebody who obviously stole it. Man, they must
Yeah.
have fucking badass charges on them. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I bet that motherfucker right now is thinking like, oh my God. He's probably thinking
Bro.
like, man,
And that cruiser probably
shit.
took
I
them
just
20
stole a
minutes to
car
do
for
that.
like 100 miles. I drove it all the way from Oneonta to Rensselaer County. I'm a badass bitch.
It probably took them all of 15 or 20 minutes to make that journey too. You know, you're in a fucking police cruiser, man. Throw them lights on, fucking floor that bitch. Who the fuck is gonna stop your question?
No, I just find it funny, man. This shit is hilarious. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. Who wouldn't think that for 1 second? All right, another news article that is being talked about as of right at this moment. A woman of 39 years old was found dead in a car submerged in an upstate New York pond. A woman has been found dead in her car that was submerged in upstate New York pond. Oh, stupid commercials. Oh, come on. I hate this thing. Police said that they were dispatched to Otsego County 911 Center to report of a vehicle in water near the intersection of Route 20 and Skinner Road in the town of Richfield Springs. A passerby called 911 after observing what appeared to be part of a submerged vehicle around 9:30 a.m. A 39-year-old female was found dead inside upon her vehicle. When they arrived, her name will not immediately be released, but the police said that she was identified as a Richfield Springs resident. Police said a preliminary investigation determined that she was driving a Mitsubishi Mirage when she failed to stop at a stop sign at the intersection and continued off the road, crashing into the pond sometime between Monday night and Tuesday.
Wow.
Additional details have not been released. The investigation is ongoing. And that the recovery team for Richfield Springs, EMS, and the Otsego County Coroner's Office attended to this situation. This is near Herkimer and Cooperstown, just 60 miles east of Syracuse. Interesting. Very interesting. That is crazy. All right, another news report, which I will pull up, and maybe you've heard this one, Lenny. I don't know if you did or not. Just up in Milton, New York, which is not far from Saratoga Springs area. Like I'm familiar where Milton is. It's a very, very nice town, very beautiful up there. I mean, it's gorgeous. It is part of the Adirondacks still.
Right.
A beloved grandpa or dad dies in an upstate plane crash. Passenger did survive with serious injuries. There is pictures of this, and it's devastating. It's one thing I've never thought would ever happen in Saratoga County. Saratoga County, part of Saratoga, New York area. Milton is kind of a suburb area outside of Saratoga, so it's not far by any means. A grandfather died on Halloween after the plane he was flying crashed into a tree in upstate New York. Frederick M. Barber died on Friday, October 31st, after his small plane hit a tree and fell into the driveway of a home in Milton. His only passenger, Alexander Hoff, was seriously injured in the crash, and Saratoga County Sheriff's Office said in the news release. The accident happened at 10:24 a.m. on Wyndham Way, a cul-de-sac that borders the county of Saratoga County Airport in the capital region. A wind advisory warning of 30 to 40-mile wind gusts was in place for much of upstate shortly after the crash. Barber was a 50-year-old pilot who was from Port Charlotte, Florida, and it was taking off from the airport's runway when his plane crashed, and the sheriff's office told Times Union that Hoff, the passenger, was trying to crawl out of the wreckage when Wyndham's Way residents ran outside to pull him out to safety. Neighbors tossed water on the flames while others tried to free Baber, who was trapped in the burning plane. Baber was killed in the crash. He was a husband, a father, and a grandfather. After the crash, one of Baber's grieving children wrote a note on Facebook to the pilot. She described her heartbreaking and never getting another bear hug from him and facing the reality that her young son wouldn't get to see his papa again. And, fly high above in heavenly clouds, she wrote. You have traded your pilot wings for gold ones, and I love you so much, but I'm going to miss you even more. That is the most heartbreaking thing you could ever have to say.
Yeah, that's
devastating.
That's pretty rough.
I mean, that's the sweetest thing you can say, but it's so heartbreaking at the same time.
Yeah,
all right, what do you got on your end, my friend? We're sharing the lovely news of today's life.
I put you a couple of more news articles in there.
Okay, well let's talk about it.
So I got one from 607 News Now. Says 2 Ithacans charged with Halloween burglary.
Ooh.
Brenton and Allison Pratt are facing charges after being caught committing a burglary on Halloween.
The hell? For what? What are they stealing?
Uh, let's see. According to IPD, the owner of the property at 400 block of Cliff Street saw on security cameras they were monitoring two people in the building around 10:45 a.m. I have no idea what is at 400 Cliff Street.
Okay.
One of the suspects allegedly refused to comply with officers and tried to flee. They were later found in a nearby wooded area with help from the Tompkins County Sheriff Office drone unit. So they had to put a drone up for these fucking retards. Brenton is charged with felony criminal possession of a weapon because he was found with metal knuckles. Also charged with criminal trespass, resisting, and obstructing governmental administration. All misdemeanors. Pratt charged with a single misdemeanor count of criminal trespass. And of course, she was released on an appearance ticket. And Brent was taken into jail.
Oh my God. These people, I mean, do they really think they're going to get away with doing whatever they want? I mean, is this really what they think is going to happen? Are they just going to?
That's what it seems like. These fucking people.
I
And you got-
find it funny now that, you know, people in Ithaca think it's funny just to do whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then you got this other one here. Cornell survey shows increase in sexual misconduct, harassment on campus. According to survey results, 15% of Cornell students who responded say they experienced non-consensual sexual contact, which is up from 23 and 2021.
That's really fucked up.
And that was a group of 6,000 students who were asked to participate. 926 completed the survey. So out of 926, 15% of those students had experienced some kind of non-consensual sexual contact.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You know, I find it to be absolutely ridiculous that, you know, we used to base ourselves and we used to stand tall. We used to be proud of our town, proud of the people that stood up for others. We were proud to be who we wanted to be, and we felt that it was important that way. And now we're in that situation where we don't have that ability. And I don't know what is going through people's minds. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it. But I noticed you disappeared. You must have hated me. I see how it is. You know, I just don't understand what's going through people's minds. I mean, we used to stand tall. We used to be proud. We used to be the type of person that would go above and beyond to see people be successful, to see people actually be glad to, you know, go out and feel comfortable with talking to people. Now you can't trust nobody on the street. Don't matter where you look at things.
Yep.
I mean, how fair is that?
It's not. And the campus people that are responsible for making sure these things don't happen are not doing anything.
I mean, honestly, I mean, I can't say that I don't care, but I think it's important that we get people to understand. Yeah. You can speak up. You can go out of your way. You can say whatever it is you need to say. Talk to somebody. You know, report these things. If you don't say something, something can't be done.
We've seen Bible sales. I mean, off the charts. I
I mean, it's just a fact, guys. I mean, this is freaking nonsense. I mean, you want people want change, but they can't sit there and be open and honest about it. I'm sorry, but it's kind of frustrating to see these things, and people talk about, oh, we want change, but they don't make the interpretation of making those changes happen, and they don't push for it. So then they wonder why there's so much going on.
I'm gonna step away, go get a cup of coffee. I'll be back.
All right, guys. So while Lenny is taking his beauty sleep nap there for a couple of minutes, we are going to focus on my situation. Okay. First of all, we got a lot of talking about. Talking about the news, talking about the best things that are happening in today's news, tomorrow's news, next week. When are we going to actually start talking about some of the good shit? Some of the stuff that is all local. I mean, these college kids got a lot of controversy, got a lot of things to say. Share it on here. Come on. I mean, you got to kind of play it even here. I mean, you can't not share it. Share it. Share it open. Share it open with us. That's what we do. We want you to be able to talk about it. Post it out here. It's time for the best part of the day, best part of the night, best part of the week. I think it's time to let these crickets loose. It's time for us to be what we are. The true people that we are, which is being ourselves, speaking our mind, saying what we got to say without being judged. This is a no judgment zone. Can we judge? No. But we're going to dispute and debate it. Part of the fun. It isn't always just about us jumping in and saying what we need to say. Sometimes it's just better that we open up and we say what we have to without question. I know that a lot of you are always wondering, why do I go on here? Why do I do these podcasts? Why do I, have a controversial discussion about political points and political views? Why? Because it's my right, just as much as it is yours. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to tell them to F off. It's the truth. All right, we're going to talk about the local weather. That's right, the weather. So it's looking like Ithaca. Yes, I said it, Ithaca. It's looking a little gross. It's been gross. It's gross out. I don't care. It's not my kind of weather. But you know what? It's the weather. So today's weather, with everything that's going on here in Tompkins County in the Ithaca area, we are going to... Let's go back to Google. Oh my gosh, I cannot do this today. I am having a brain fart here. Let's do it. For today's weather, finally got it figured out. So please bear with me, guys, as I am having a moment of, oh my gosh. Let's see here. I might get it pulled up. Why are you so slow today? Holy shnikes. Dude, internet's not that slow. What the caduce? Wow, this thing is really slow. Okay, now we're gonna go to home. Let's go to... Wow, this is not the normal. Hold on, guys. Please bear with me. This is not working out very well. So we're gonna just do this. I don't know why this is. All right, so currently it is raining. 45 degrees out as of right now. Winds are 18 miles per hour. For tomorrow's forecast. That's right. I said tomorrow. For tomorrow's forecast, it is going to be absolutely rainy. 44 degrees. Friday, 52 and 4. Saturday, 52. Sunday, rain, 51. Just remember, Monday is looking cold but sunny. Oh, please tell me, for God's sakes, we're not going to see the SNOW on Tuesday. Guys, they're calling for it on Tuesday. I don't think it's going to actually happen until maybe nighttime.
I hope not.
Because they're talking about SNOW on Tuesday night already.
I don't know. I failed spelling, dude. You got to tell me what that is.
Oh, I'm sorry. That stands for fucking snow. I'm sorry. I added the extra word in there. That should be the best word of the night. Okay? Snow. Y'all can fucking hate me, but I don't care.
In my house, I'd rather you say the fuck instead of that word.
Oh, so you want that one. Okay, well, sorry. I don't have that right now available, but you know, we can get into that here in a minute. Okay. Let's get on with our next topic of the night. And Lenny, I am going to let you talk about the next one. Unless you want me to do it, I do not mind doing it myself. How about some freaking sports, man? The NFL. What do we you and I are big into the football thing. We've always been like that.
Yeah. Hey, before we get on that, I just wanted to touch on something real quick.
All right, let's talk about it.
I was debating on whether to bring it up tonight or not. But
Right.
you know what my situation was after our last podcast.
Yes, correct. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I made a fatal mistake by going on video the last time I was on with Jared, and some unknown person to me decided it would be a good fucking idea to report it to my employer that while I was working, I was participating in, a podcast. And so currently I'm suspended pending an investigation. He called me up the other day. He asked me if I wanted to give a statement. I said, the fuck do I need to give a statement for? If you have the video, you have all you need.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to fucking say about it.
I mean, look, it can't violate our rights for being able to talk about what we have. It's our legal right. Freedom of speech.
I get it because, like I said, I made the fatal flaw of being on video instead of just audio. Point taken. Will not happen again. Clearly
Yeah,
I'm home.
I mean, listen, you know what? They really can't be upset with you for being open and honest about what your thoughts are in a public position.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There's always that one little whiny ass crybaby bitch out there, who's got to make it difficult for everybody. So to whoever you may be, if you are tuned in, if you are not tuned in, if you have a friend tuned in, I got 2 words for you. Fuck you.
Well, hold on. Let me put it on the bottom of the screen here. If you can't handle the heat, you better beat feet, because we're not going to sit here and let you go whining and crying to whoever you want to just because you're pissed off with the rest of the world.
And if I find out who you are, you better hope that I never cross paths with you, because we will have a conversation.
Oh, trust me. I wouldn't doubt it a bit if you did. I wouldn't doubt it if you did.
So I was thinking about it all night, whether I should say something or not. I went and got my coffee and said, yeah, I'm going to say
It's
something.
not. Yeah. I mean, listen, they can't tell you what you can't do. I mean, listen, it's freedom of speech.
Yep.
And so I've been thinking about this. And I also have too, Lenny. I mean, you and I
And fuck Allied, by the way. If you want a good job, don't fucking work for Allied. They're pieces of shit.
I know. I just quit from there not long ago. I mean, they $19 an hour. Tompkins County living wage is $25 an hour. Ain't no goddamn way in hell I'm going to work for a $19 an hour job. I'm sorry.
No.
I can't do it. $19 an hour does not cut my paycheck. It does not make me money to cover all my bills. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. Now, Lenny, I want to tell you, I've been thinking about it, and you and I have been on this show together now for a couple weeks, roughly a few weeks now. Been doing really great. I think things have been, we've been building up, and I want to tell you, I've done some serious research in my show, and I have been looking at the polling numbers in the last month. Do you want to know how many people have viewed out of the total amount? Do you want to know how many truly viewed all of our videos? Can you give a guess?
100.
20,000 plus people have literally watched our videos, and I can provide the proof, and I'll show it here.
Damn.
I'm going to show you this. I literally went on to do the statistics on our videos. Okay. I got a notification earlier today that we got over 450 reactions on posts from last week. 450 reactions.
Okay.
Okay. From the previous 28 days, we've had 1,961 engagements. Okay. We've had 20,000 views since October 8th.
Nice.
20,000 views. And a lot of the views were consistent viewers. Our audience increased. You ready? This is great. Our increasing amount of followers in the last 28 days, 1,081 viewers.
I'm liking it, man.
No joke, bro. 1,081 viewers. We're talking about the engagement, guys. I mean, this is absolutely huge. Within the last 90 days. Engagement. 5,217 engagements. 14,000 increase. I mean, we're talking about a huge engagement of conversations. I mean, the overview, the audience, the amount of people that are listening in, and if I look back, we are getting 53%. 53% is on live. A lot of people are seeing it within the reels. A lot of people are seeing it in other locations like YouTube. And the amount of net followers currently, we have 26 net followers as of right at the moment. But
about to be 27.
20,000 followers. 20,000 followers on this show. Can you fucking believe it, my friend? 20,000. That's just absolutely amazing, man. 20,000 are are viewing
Sure.
it, they're following
Sure.
it, they're doing an amazing job.
What's the YouTube name and everything for your channel?
So I will actually message that to you. So I will send
Yeah.
it to you.
Post those up in there, man.
Let me see. Let me see. Just a second. 1 second.
Your medical emergency kit is filled with essential prescriptions. Includes antibiotics, a generic Z-Pack to get well faster, amoxicillin for pneumonia, strep throat, ear infections, plus prescriptions for nausea and UTIs and even ivermectin. It's easy. Just match your symptoms to the prescription in their guide.
You know, and I got to tell you, I mean, the amount of people we've had being on this show is absolutely amazing. People that are listening in. It's fantastic, man. I mean, I don't think we could ever say anything different about these guys. I mean, this is without you guys being a part of this show, without you guys being there to kind of support us, without you guys actually jumping in on this stuff, we wouldn't be able to make the improvements that we have. It's true. Lenny, I've been doing some thinking and I've been doing some serious thoughts here, but as of right now, Lenny, you are going to get your own position on this show as Lenny's World.
Oh, Lord.
So, Lenny gets to take the next 20 minutes, share us with what Lenny's World is all about. And every day that we do our show, Lenny.
Instead of breaking out the guitar, I got to break out the.
All right, so guys, we are going to talk about Lenny's World. Lenny, I am going to give you the absolute full opportunity. So let's go ahead. Let's hear what you got to say. I'm going to give you the full screen.
Oh man, you put me on the fucking spot. You realize this is just because Jay has to go take a shit. Oh, I don't know. I want people to interact more. We're getting
honestly, guys, please. We want you to interact. We want you to, we want you to be able to jump in and say stuff. And Lenny and I are both trying to encourage you guys to do so. Share it with your college friends. Share it with your family members. Share it with people. Please do. We want you to be more involved in this. Lenny, take it away.
So where's the best place to buy vapes? I need a cheaper place. I'm going down in the Commons and they're fucking killing me down there, man. But yeah, I about the only reason I ever go down in the Commons anymore. It's not fun. It's not safe. I'm tired of being asked for fucking money when I go down there, which is the reason I don't carry any cash around on me anymore. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Start letting me know what you guys want to talk about in this chat, because I don't particularly do good in the spotlight on these things. I run out of stuff to talk about real quick. Second Amendment is starting to come under attack even more, and which is another reason why the filibuster needs not to be messed with. Contrary to what the president feels on the subject. Because if the filibuster is removed, then if and when the Democrats come back into power in the House and the Senate, they will more easily be able to infringe on our rights, and do more damage than good. I mean, our governor has already signed a new law into effect. I think it was last week that the police, whenever they respond to a domestic violence situation, they no longer need any warrant or anything of the nature to be able to come in and take your weapons from the house. They can do that just based on the fact that they were called to a domestic situation. And over my time, there's been a lot of calls that you go to and they come over dispatch as a domestic, and you come to find out it was just an argument that husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends have all the time. Might have gotten a little heated. Nobody got punched. Nobody got nothing thrown at them, and it could be easily solved. But yet it still gives them the open door to be able to remove weapons from that property
Yeah, I mean,
based on the fact that it was a domestic violence situation or
issue.
what they deemed
I mean,
domestic.
with a lot of people saying, "Hey, there's a domestic dispute going on. There's this, there's that," but there's not actually. There's really not an actual answer on
Yeah.
whether the dispute was, it was legal. That they had a legal right. I think there needs to be some circumstances to a point
Up, Jared.
of whether that it was a justifiable domestic, if it was or a dispute, or whatever the situation was, there needs to be some kind of justification to whether it would stand.
Yeah. Yeah. Not just based.
Your
simply
microphone
on the
is
fact
not
that
working,
it
my
was
friend.
dispatched. Oh, mine
Let
isn't.
me try turning you back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know why I can't hear you. Your microphone is not working at all.
Huh? Nothing. How about now?
I'm not sure why I can't hear you. Which is weird.
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, there's still no sound, my friend. I can't. Let me try something.
All right. I'm gonna jump out and back in.
Because I couldn't hear you before, but I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I don't know if it's my end. I can check. So I'll get my extra headphones. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know if this is check. No. It's just still, it's still not working, which tells me that it's an issue with Lenny's side of it. So please, like I said, guys, just be patient here while I try to get this pulled up. All right, can I hear you, Lenny?
Yeah, I can hear you. Nothing still. 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you, but I can't hear. Let me see. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. So this is weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That's weird. I think it was in the other headset. So hold on a second. So that's what happened. It was on me. Hold on.
Okay.
So just 1 second. For some reason, my one headset failed out. I don't know why. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah, I know. It was definitely weird. So yeah, it's definitely the headset. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah, so it is the headset. It is not working right. I'm gonna have to figure that out today. All right. Okay, so we're aware of that. So we know that's the problem now. So we're good. Okay. So now we know Now we know what we're dealing with. You can still hear me, which is good.
Yep.
All right. So,
Hey, how many people we got listening or watching?
well, let's take a look on YouTube and see, because I'm going to tell you right now on YouTube, because that'll tell me.
You got to send me that link for YouTube too.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do. So I got 130 subscribers. 300 are followers. And we are slowly improving.
Okay.
So we're getting there. Realistically, we have 13. 13 on YouTube. So we're not doing too bad. We still got some people. So we're still making progress. We're still working. We're still doing what we need to do. To me, that's huge.
I think I got you on YouTube now. Subscribe. Yay, 131.
Oh, there we go. There's another one. Perfect. And Lenny, make sure that you share it on your Facebook as well and your other social medias, because man, I'm sure some of your friends and all the people that you talk to are going to want to be a part of this. They will fucking love you.
That's why I jumped on this, man. That's why
come on, man. They're gonna want to hear this shit. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really sit here and say that people don't want to see it, because they do. They want to hear about what goes on in our local news. They want to know about the local issues and whatever the press isn't talking about. Because you and I both know that there have been times when the press in our local area don't always really give us the full truth.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. They own, because they're so concerned about the liability and the justification that they will get sued. But they forget one piece. It's called freedom of speech and freedom of press.
Absolutely.
Sorry. If you don't like it too fucking bad, maybe you shouldn't have made the mistakes that you made. All right. So as we are back and we are talking about the next opposition of what we want to talk about in our everyday lives. Yes, that's what I said. Everyday lives. We are now going to talk about the most important piece of all of it. And where we stand. And Lenny gets to take this opportunity and enjoy it, as I always say.
Enjoy it.
Jay's World.
All right.
We're going to make fun out of this one. Lenny gets to hear my important pieces of my daily life. That's right.
Let's do it.
All right. So I got to ask, this is something funny. If you were in a situation, okay, you're sitting there trying to figure out exactly what you're going to do because you don't know how you're going to come up with money to pay your car insurance, right? And your car insurance company that you have is telling you that you have to pay $303 for insurance on just liability, bare bones liability. What would your first thought be?
I'm checking for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
So you know what I did, right? I went and I called Geico. I called Geico and I said, hey, I need an insurance quote. Dude, they literally hooked me up with insurance, automotive insurance. $77. Top tier insurance.
Nice.
$77 with top tier insurance. How in the hell can you refuse that?
Now, I was going to suggest going over checking with True Insurance over there on State and Seneca. I think it is down where the old Challenge used to be.
Oh yeah.
That's who I go to, and they're really fucking good too.
Well, it was just funny because, like, realistically, I was like, I've been paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of insurance on a car, and I'm like, I can't afford this kind of shit every goddamn month. I got other bills I gotta pay. It's impossible to do. It's just impossible to do it. It's just no possible way to actually do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's gotten to the point where now I don't know if I really want to continue doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ended up going back, and I found a better insurance, a better opportunity, and I instantly decided that this was the best option. And I was like, you know what? I need a cheap insurance.
Right.
So this was the first thing I could think of. I was like, you know what? $77 a month for top tier insurance. I will take it. So signed up. Now my insurance is $77 a month. I'm not going to turn it away. I'm not going to do it. Can't do it. I will tell you that for the first time in a long time, I am extremely happy with my results. I'm really happy with Geico. It's amazing to have that feeling with Geico. It's so amazing. It's been a long time of being where I am.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I've literally been sitting here for a while, and trying to figure out who to go through, who I should talk to, and it's been crazy. All right, so as of this moment, my friend, we are going to move to the next stages of my whole world. I will tell you today, spending time with my son was the best thing I've done in a long time. And this was fantastic. I really had a great time today, Lenny. It was amazing. And I will tell you, it was great. It was just absolutely phenomenal to be able to get out and spend the day with my son and do something that I was waiting to do for quite a while.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. So now I'm trying to plan to go to an event, and it's going to be fun for me because I've been talking about taking my son to this place for quite some time. And I'm just like, all right, I need to figure out, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, and how I'm going to do it. So now I'm planning on taking him to this trampoline park. So he seems really interested in these trampoline things. So I thought, man, this would be fantastic.
That the one up in Syracuse?
No, there's one down in Binghamton. And I thought this one would be a good, be a decent one. And I thought it would be great, Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I just don't understand why this is not logging in. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I don't know. This is not working. This is weird. It's not agreeing to it, and I don't know why. It's terms of use.
That's why you need to get a Mac.
Yeah, not happening. I hate. Oh my god, dude. I'm so pissed off with. I hate this place, man.
I love mine. Never gives me any problems.
I don't know, man. I don't like. I really don't like Apple products anymore. I just don't. I have tried over and over and over again, and it just does not work for me. It just doesn't work for me, and I've tried and tried and tried, and I was just like, I just can't do it. I just can't. All right, so I'm just putting in something real
It
quick.
was a couple of year-long process for me to finally make the investment and get a Mac. You know, because I mean they're not the cheapest fucking computers on the market, but I'm glad that I did. I've definitely been happy with it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm not sure why this should be showing all of them. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. Hold on. Yeah, and I'm honestly going to tell you right now that this. Why are they doing this? This is terrible. All right, Lenny, we are going to try to call it a night. I have to fix a few things here on the server system.
All right, brother.
What I will do is tomorrow we are going to set ourselves up with a goal for topic stories, where we're going to go with it, how we're going to go with it, and what the next situation is going to be, and how we're going to go about this, because I think we need to come up with some great stories to suffice what we are looking for and how we are going to go with our next option of talking
Yeah,
about.
I would say come up with an agenda, you know, for things you want to talk about, whatever, and you know, and we'll try to stick to that as much as we,
Absolutely.
you know, instead of being all over the place.
Yep. No, I absolutely agree. There's definitely some conversations that we can go over and talk about for sure. Definitely, you know, with the upcoming stuff that we talk about consistently. I mean, those are things that we will definitely work on for sure.
And then we'll have to come up with a
going forward.
We'll have to come up with a special Veterans Day part, you know, show honoring veterans.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. And I think another thing that we're going to do, and I want to do this live, whether it's on my phone or not, you and I will have to get together. We'll have to do a live, and let's walk the streets of Ithaca on a day where we can get public view. We can get public, we can get public decisioning on stuff. And I think it would be interesting to see the responses we get.
Yeah, just ask people that are willing to talk. You
Absolutely.
know, go down in the comments and fucking have some conversations.
And you know what? I think once we become more, open to, saying what we have to say and addressing the situations that we have to address, I feel like we're going to have a lot more folks on here listening live, being a part of this show. Guys, we want you on here. Please make sure that when you guys are listening to us live, you can follow us on Facebook. We are also on YouTube. We will start using Twitch at some point once we get enough followers, but as of right now, we're going to stick to our two main our two main feeds that we get a lot of our action from. So please stay in, stay tuned, stay live. Do not forget that we are always listening in, and that we will have more news and more stuff for you guys. So as of right now, stay tuned in for tomorrow's event and what we are going to come up with, because your voices matter to us. Lenny, thank you. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it real. And we are going to see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you later. All right, Lenny, you still there? Lenny, you still there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead